So one thing I have always wanted to try and never have is Waygu beef. So I stopped in a butcher shop today after I picked up my granddaughters from school. It's on the way back to their house, so I just stopped in and said, "You guys have any Waygu beef?" And they said yes, but it's not the Japanese version, which is the best. It's the Australian version, which it's what they had. So what I'm having for dinner tonight. We'll see how it turns out. All right, so here's what I bought at the butcher shop. Some Wagyu steaks. So they got a really good marbling, it looks like. Really curious how these are going to taste, and I hope I'm not setting my expectations too high. So these are fillets and they're Wagyu, so to me that should be like super delicious. So while the grill, my Blackstone is heating up, I'll explain why I'm kind of afraid I'm setting expectations too high. So my favorite cut of meat is the fillet. So I tend to buy those. They're so easy to cook. I've never had one go bad, cooked it wrong, overcooked it, anything like that. So to me it's the perfect cut of meat. I don't care if I have to spend a little bit more on it. That's the one we usually go to. Plus they're smaller, and for me and Chris, it's the perfect size. We don't need a giant T-bone or anything like that. It's too big, and it's we always have leftovers that we can't eat, and I don't want to waste it. So however, I have a method that I use when I cook fillets. I don't know if it's going to work as well with this tonight or not. We'll find out. Depending on the thickness of it, if it's a kind of a thin cut, I'll do it 7 minutes. I got the temperature, I'll get it real high temperature on the grill. I'll set it on there, do 7 minutes. After 7 minutes, I flip it over, turn the grill down to a low setting, and then do it again for 7 minutes. If it's a thicker steak, like a 1-inch, I'll do 8 minutes. If it's thicker than that, I'll do 9 minutes. So 9 on one side, 9 on the other. It always turns out perfect. It's got pink in the middle, and it's great. So I'm gonna try that same method with these since they're fillets, and we'll see what happens. Also, I'm gonna do some high tech here. So instead of just relying on time and temperature, I got my meter. So I'm gonna stick my meter probe in it, and I got to program it here while the grill's heating up, and then see what we can get. So I'll try using high tech on it, and hopefully it's delicious. I'll let you know later. Okay, the grill's hot, it's smoking, the meter is installed. Put some seasonings on here. I don't usually put a lot on a fillet. It's good just like it is. Slap these babies on there. Back in a minute. So while the steak's cooking, I do have some baked potatoes in the microwave, so they're cooking. Sorry about the sunlight there, trying to get it out of there, but yeah, be just a few more minutes. I'll be flipping these babies over, and we'll see. I'm shooting for an internal temperature of around 140, between 140 144, somewhere in there. So it's progressing, we're getting there. We'll see how it turns out in a minute. Okay, my timer has gone off, so that's telling me I need to flip it. My meter is saying there's only like 4 minutes left to cook these things, so flip it. It's pretty thick steak, but we're gonna go with what that probe says. Let's try it. Okay, the meter says it's done. My timer has not gone off yet, but I'm going to trust the meter. And we're going to take these off because they have to sit for a little bit. Even after you take them off, they continue to cook. So we'll cut those up in a little bit when it cools off, and then see what it looks like. It smells good. Okay, they've been resting for about 5 minutes. Let's cut one up, see what it looks like. Oh my goodness, that is perfect. Look at that. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to taste it. Oh, maybe the hype is worth it. We will find out in just a minute. Oh, what the heck, I can't wait. I was gonna do it on the inside of my baked potato, but I'm not waiting. All right, here we go. First taste of Wagyu beef. Oh, the hype is worth it. That was like a stick of butter. It just melted in my mouth. Better than any other regular filet I've had. This was worth it. Oh, this was worth it. Yummy. Okay, final comments on the Wagyu beef experiment tonight. Was it worth the hype? Absolutely. Man, oh man, that was really, really, really good. And you know when something's really good and you're feasting on it, a lot of times you end up wearing it. That means it was really good. Yeah, see that? I'm wearing it. It was so good. Yeah, I recommend it. It was worth it.